Hello everyone, welcome to the fourth part of my Mega Ancient tutorial. In this part we will be doing special weapons, but before we get into this I will explain something real quick about these special weapons. So what you need to know is that there are two ways of referring to weapons, either by its name spelled out, Laser Trident, which is the weapon we're going to add in this tutorial, or weapon equals 6, a number. So when exactly do you use this name or number? Well, first of all, let's see how you get that number in the first place. In the pause menu, if you count down from 0 to whatever you want, then you can see that in this case Laser Trident has the value of 6. So the value of the number really depends on the pause menu. So when exactly do you use these? Well, the number you mainly use for coding ammo, or coding the pause menu, and use the name for pretty much everything else, including shooting the actual weapon, colliding with enemies, damage values for the enemies, and the amount of ammo it takes per shot. So what exactly is the use of this system? Why shouldn't I just only use numbers or only use names? Well, with this system, if you quickly want to change, for example, the order in your pause menu, for example, you want the metal blade to go before the windstorm, and you want to switch those two around, well, you can. It's very few effort this way. So that's why I use this little bit complicated system, but it will save you a lot of trouble in the long run. And now that you know it, it shouldn't be so much trouble. So with that out of the way, let's add our special weapon, which is the Laser Trident in this case. Let's go to Player, Weapons, create a new folder for Mega Man 9, and add the sprite. I'm going to call it Sprite Laser Trident. And there we go. What you first want to do is add the Laser Trident to the constants list. Go to Resources, Divide Constants. Here you will see several special weapons. Click Add, say Laser Trident, and give the value of one more than the highest one. So the highest one is 5 here, so you're going to tell it 6. Now go to Objects, Player, and Object Global Control, and go to the Create event. Here the weapons are initialized. So if we go down until you see this, global total weapons equals 5. Well, now we have one more, so we're going to call it 6. Here we're going to add global.weapon slot 6 equals Laser Trident. So the 6th slot in our pause menu is going to refer to the Laser Trident, and global.weapon unlocked 6 equals, well, let's say true. So it's unlocked by default now, but if you do not want to do that, if you want to add the boss and make it unlockable, then you set it to false. Alright, now if you go down you will see names. So what you can add there is say global.weapon name Laser Trident equals so let's say Laser T. This is the name that will be displayed in the pause menu. And as for the ammo, which is the amount of ammo the weapon takes per shot, and for the Laser Trident that is 0.5. So let's say global weapon ammo Laser Trident equals 0.5. And now we've set up the weapon. So if we now run the game, we will see it sort of being added, but not quite properly yet. So if you pause the game, you'll see Laser Trident, but it has the Mega Buster icon, and yeah, we don't want that. It also does not have a color yet, but it is activated right now, but it's not very accurate. So what we want to do is go to the sprites, then menu, then pause, and then you have these three weapon icons color. Sorry, yeah, they are different colors. This is the colored one, this is the blue one, and this is the gray one. So basically what you want to do is go in each one, and after the rush coil, just put one extra tile and make it a laser trident icon. I'm going to do this off camera because it takes a while to create, but you get the idea. Alright, I went ahead and added them. In the color one, you can see the laser trident right there. In the blue one, you can see it right there, and in the gray one as well. So just put it after rush coil and you should be fine, whatever weapon you have. Then we want to go ahead and add our weapon colors, the weapons that Mega Man should have when using the weapon. Let's see, not here. Go to Object Mega Man and go to User Define 0. And here you will see a lot of weapons: Mega Buster, Rush Coil, Metal Blade, Fire Shot, Silver Tomahawk, and Windstorm. Just add a new one here. Say case Laser Trident. And copy this. Now the primary color is the color of the helmet, and the secondary color is the color of the shirt. So primary color by default is dark blue and secondary color is light blue. So for the laser trident, I have written these values down. They are the following. Primary color is this, and the secondary color is this. Now if we run the game, we will see that the weapon has been added properly. There we go. So we can select it on the pause menu right there. It even has its own icon. You can also go to it by quick weapon select. Of course we cannot shoot it yet, but we have the colors there and the right icon and such. So there's that. Now we obviously want to shoot the weapon. So what we are going to do is you go to Scripts, Player, then Player Shoot. Starting from line 37, we have the switch loaded weapon, and this basically allows Mega Man to shoot the weapon of choice. So you can copy one of these, it doesn't really matter which one. I do recommend a special weapon, not the Mega Buster. But yeah. And create a new one right after the last one. The last one is Rush Coil. It's a very long one. So here, add case Laser Trident. Break. And copy the code that you just had. So first this line checks if there aren't already enough weapons on screen. The limit is different for every weapon. For example, 3 Buster Shots can be fired at once, 2 Silver Tomahawks can be fired at once, and for Laser Trident that number is 1 if I'm not mistaken. So here replace Silver Tomahawk with Object Laser Trident, which we are going to add later, and change 2 to 1. Here change Object Silver Tomahawk again to Object Laser Trident. And as for this is the speed at which this weapon will travel, I think 4 should do for the Laser Trident. And as for box plus image X scale times 12, the image X scale times 12 basically means how far the weapon is away from Mega Man. You can view that by going to the weapon sprite and look at the origin basically, assuming you've centered it. So just get the center origin. Here it says 10, so that also means that we have to use 10 here. Alright, the sound effect for the Laser Trident is different from the Buster, however I do not have it currently, so I'm just going to play a Buster sound effect. But if you have a special sound effect for your weapon, you can choose it here. these two you do not want to mess around with, and same goes for this. So there we go. We can now shoot the weapon, except that the object that handles the laser trident does not exist yet. So we need to add the laser trident itself. So we go to Objects, to Player, to Weapons, create a new folder called Mega Man 9, and what I recommend doing is choosing a weapon that's relatively similar to your weapon and copy it, duplicate it. In this case the Silver Tomahawk is rather similar, except this one does not go in a trajectory. So Object Laser Trident, I'm going to call it. Give it the right sprite, of course. There it is. Go to create event. Y speed equals 0 at the start, because it just does not travel vertically, and the image speed should be around 0.1, at least for the laser trident. If we go to the step event, once again the global.frozen variable, you do not want to mess around with that. Here once again change image speed to 0.1 or whatever you had in the creation code, and y speed minus equals 0.25 is not relevant here since it does not travel vertically. Outside room and outside view 0 you do not want to mess around with. As for the draw, same, you do not want to mess around with it. So if we now right, first things first, I'm going to check something real quick. Not this. Let's go to player shoot, and I'm just going to check something real quick. Where did we add it? There. Yeah. So the Silver Tomahawk did not change its direction, basically. Well, it did change its speed, but it didn't change the way it was facing. The laser trident can both face left and right. So here we want to say attack ID dot image x skill equals our own image x skill. And if we now run the game, we should be able to shoot it. And there we go, we can shoot the weapon. But it does not affect enemies yet. As you can see, it just travels right through them. But you can see at the top left that it does consume ammo right now, so that's good. So now we're going to make enemies actually be hit by it. So we can go to the objects and enemies that don't use, and then part enemy. This is the enemy parent, and what you want to do is once again copy in this case the collision event with the weapon that's rather similar to you. In this case we already discussed that it is Silver Tomahawk, so go duplicate event with collision laser trident. Now the laser trident can, as explained earlier, go through protection of enemies. So we want to remove this line if reflect projectiles equals false, because it does not matter for them. And damage laser trident is not 0. And here we want to just change everything Silver Tomahawk related to laser trident. And here change once again changes to the sound effect that the weapon made. In this case it's the Buster, because I did not have the laser trident sound effect, but you can change this to whatever sound effect it made. And well, this is it basically. However, we do yet need to do something else, and that is go through every enemy and tell the game how much damage the enemy receives from the weapon. So let's start with the Met. go to the create event, here add damage laser Trident equals 2 in this case. And as for the Suzy, you can do the same. And well, I think 2, let's make it 3. You can just decide on this yourself, basically, how much damage you should receive. Or 2 should be fair here. Yeah, let's just go for every enemy there is. I'm not going to do that right now because it takes some time, but you get the idea. Just go to through every enemy to the create event and add the damage value. So we have added it to the Met, so we should be able to kill the Met now. And pierce its protection. There we go, we got through its protection, and as I'll demonstrate here, it also just damages it normally, even if it is not protected. So there we go, you have just added your own special weapon. It was a bit more complicated than the other tutorials, of course, because it just takes a lot more steps, but it's nothing too bad, and once you know how to do it, it's pretty easy actually. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.